Just took a shower, I washed my hair, so now all I have to do is my aftercare for my skin. So I'm gonna do a nose mask and I'm gonna do a facial mask because my face has been feeling kind of dry lately. And while I do that, I'm gonna talk about my first shift with Amazon Flex. I just had my first shift today, so I kind of want to talk about like what I experienced and whether or not it's worth it. If you're interested, stay tuned. First, I'm gonna apply this. I have to wet my nose because I gotta take these glasses off first of all. I wish I could see without them, but I don't have contacts anymore, so just get your face moist. And then it says to put the mask on, so we'll see about this one. It's so pretty, look at that. So pretty. And I believe it gotta go like this. Weird. I thought it would look a little better than that. Set on my nose, I think it says, they don't even say. I'll leave it on for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, however long until I get done with my actual cream mask. I can wait, I guess.
What's this?
What's what, babe? So, I had my first block shift for Amazon Flex today. And honestly, prior to going, I didn't do too much research. I only did a little bit. I guess I looked into like some videos on how to pick up packages, where to go, the possibilities of like, do I have to walk in the building or do I get the packages from outside? Because I've heard different things from different videos. I think it really depends on where you live, because when I did show up, you can't even go anywhere near the door. You have to stay outside and then they bring it in the cart to you. And then you just wheel it to your car. And I asked them, I said, well, once I'm done unpacking these into the car, right, where do I put the cart? They said literally like right outside the building by the front. So okay. So trust me, I've never done Flex before, so I'm like, okay, I don't know what to expect. So anyway, I get all these packages. It says that I have 19 packages to deliver. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad, you know, 19 packages for 4 hours. Then I start to looking at the address. And I'm like, oh, that's like in Iowa. Like, that's not even in the same state that I live in. So I'm like, So that's going to be quite the drive. But I'm like, maybe they'll just all be close together. I don't know. So I scanned the code on the cart. It says I scanned all my packages. I've seen videos where people scan each package individually, but I really did not know how to do that. So I just, like I said, thugged it out. I scanned the whole cart, got all my 19 packages in the car. What I did was I put the boxes in the back, put some of the small bags on top of the boxes in the back, and then I put like maybe 2 or 3 packages in the back seat because like I said, I only had like 19 deliveries. They weren't too big of boxes. And I started my route. The first location was about 20 some minutes away. But then after I stopped at the first location, every single package for like the next 5 packages was like literally like 3 to 5 minutes away from each one. So I'm like, dang, this is like moving fast for me. It was easy. There was one situation where the dog was literally not on a leash. They were outside. Nobody was outside with it. Said the customer, they didn't respond. Waited for like 6 minutes. In the meantime, I'm waiting for the text messages to respond, for him to respond. I called because it says you're supposed to text them and then call them. So I called them. They did not answer. So I said, well, I'm just gonna mark it as undelivered because I'm not gonna get out if the dog's not on either a leash or the owner doesn't confirm that the dog can be put away for me to deliver the package. Because like I said, it's my first time delivering. I don't feel like I should be risking anything for a package. One package was not delivered, but the rest of the 18 packages were. They were delivered on time. It seemed pretty easy. I didn't really have no issues. Gas tank was pretty much almost on full before I left. And then by the time I got back into the city, I had about a little under a half tank left in my car, which isn't too bad. I drove a total of 112 miles, which I thought was much more because where I was located for all these packages was literally so rural that it was like in the middle of nowhere. I'm telling you, like people in the countryside, people in the middle of the woods. Thankfully, I had my partner with me and my daughter, so I wasn't totally by myself. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was easy. It was easier than I thought it was going to be, just because I didn't know what to expect. And I can catch on pretty quickly to things. Like, it doesn't take me long to figure something out. Even mark them in order. I just literally put them in my car as they were. I've seen videos talk about AAA, BBB, CCC, DDD. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them in the car. Like, just go. And it's nice because the app literally tells you like where your first stop is at, the address once you get there, and then how many packages are getting delivered to that address. So like literally the app does it for you. I didn't have any issues navigating the app. I thought that I would probably like run into some issue. Nope, I figured it out. It was pretty easy. Me personally, I've worked in independent work, and I've worked in warehouses before where you literally can't even leave the building. You have to ask permission, and it has to be for like legitimate reasons that they are okay with, I guess. So I'm like used to being inside, not being able to leave, and never seeing the outdoors until I leave.
don't say outdoors.
For 12 plus hours, okay? Because I used to work 3 12-hour shifts. But I like the fact that you literally have so much freedom with, one, you're driving your vehicle. You can listen to the music you want to listen to. You can have somebody in the car as long as they don't get out at your deliveries or your pickup. So there's freedom. Like you don't have to just, you know, be micromanaged 24/7. I think as long as you're like delivering your packages on time and you're working, is literally so easy. Like you don't have nobody over your shoulder telling you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Maybe the app might ding you for certain things, because I saw in some videos where people are like, oh, the package is late, or you didn't find the gate code, which I didn't have issues with that. So I can't speak for that, but I will tell you that most of the deliveries I had were either to a business, to a residence, and to one apartment, but the apartment was like an outdoor to indoor entry. So it wasn't one of the ones where you have to go into a building, you get an access code, so that was easy. Freedom's nice. I like that aspect, and it was only for 4 hours, and I got done early. Now, I've heard in some videos they don't like when you get done early, but what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to drive slower? Am I supposed to not know what I'm doing? You know, like it was easy just scanning the packages and delivering them where they're supposed to be delivered, at the door, behind something, at the front door, in a bin. Scan the photo of you put in the bin, confirming that you gave the customer the package. You know what I mean? Like, what else are you supposed to do to slow yourself down? I get it, like maybe they're paying you a base rate hourly because they tell you exactly how much your block time is and how much you're getting paid for that block. And so I assume if you're getting done early that you're getting more per hour technically. But at the end of the day, like whether I finish on time or early, like the packages are delivered, the quality is there. I don't see the problem. I think as the more I do it, maybe the more I'll have more to say about it. I will say there are some things that I can see why people won't do it, like the drive time, the mileage that gets put on your car. Like I said, I put 112 miles on my car, but that's literally no different than driving to the next city and back. And like if I'm running around running errands all day, there's a high chance that I'm putting like 60 miles on my car. And I know that's less than 112, but it's still 60 miles. And I actually got paid to do this instead of just spending money on gas and spending money that I'm not getting back. So even with gas deductions, I still had an advantage. I still made more money than I lost money, you know what I mean? And my car is more fuel efficient anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, if I was driving a truck, I probably wouldn't do it. I would definitely have a fuel efficient vehicle. Okay. Right now, it's not winter time where I'm at, but here soon in about a month or so, it's probably going to be winter time. So as far as that goes, I drive a 4-door sedan, and it's not all-wheel drive. It's a front-wheel drive car, and I don't think that the area that they sent me to for my first time, if I had been sent there during, like, inclement weather, I may not have finished as early as I did. I probably would have finished later. And that's not necessarily a bad thing on my end, but I wouldn't think it would be worth it, because then it's like, okay, then you're not making as much. You're losing money. You know what I mean? Drive a lot slower, and you honestly have to be safe for yourself. So I think safety is the thing. Like, you have to concern yourself with safety when you're out there, especially as a female. If you have nobody to go with you and you're far out in the middle of nowhere and you're going up people's driveways because it won't let you scan the package because you're not in the vicinity of the building that you're supposed to deliver to, Me personally, I would not want to be out there by myself delivering a package in the middle of nowhere. So for a female, you got to think about that. If you're going to go do your deliveries, I would recommend filling up your tank before you even go pick up your stuff. Snacks in the car, make sure you have drinks in the car. Have a flashlight if you need one if you're doing night deliveries. You have a notepad, I don't know, a marker. I didn't even have a marker. Like I said, I just winged it. I literally looked in my trunk every time I stopped somewhere that I was parked, and I found the package in like 2 seconds, scanned it on the trunk of my car, and then I took it to the door wherever they needed it, and then I took a picture to confirm that it was delivered. I will say that I'm glad I was able to do something, because since I've left work, I stopped working full-time a few months ago because I relocated, and I just been staying at home as a stay-at-home mom, and that is a job in itself. But at the end of the day, I am a hustler. I like to work. I like to be making moves, and I wanted to get into something that was flexible, where I had some freedom and that I could also bring my daughter with me instead of like trying to get a job that works around her schedule or works around her lifestyle. That's probably not going to be the best situation for me. Just give it a try. You never know until you try it, and maybe your second time you do it won't be the same time as the first time you do it. And you just gotta take some chances, okay? Like, I wasn't nervous, but I was like, I don't know what to expect, because the videos I've watched, the things I've heard people talking about on social media, it just kind of seemed like it was very dependent on the situation. But nowadays, everybody, I think, maybe most people can benefit from a little extra cash, you know? It's like instant pay. I signed up for their Amazon Flex debit card, and like within a week I got it, and it's already in there right now. $81 is in there right now. And then I got a $25 bonus for completing my first block. I enjoyed it, and I hope that if you try it, that you have some learning experience from it as well.